There hasn't been a new asset class since the bond market was created in 1693. Well, now there's a new asset class, and it is the digital asset space. The question is, are you participating? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What's going on, guys? Happy Thursday to you. Lucky Lord is first in the building. Good afternoon to all of my people out there in the podcast world. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. I hope you enjoy the content today. So yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about Ripple's RippleNet Home. Really excited that they're talking about the cloud. I love that they're talking about cloud services. I think it's hugely important going forward. Again, guys, I just believe that Ripple has it. They have everything covered: cloud service, IOP, interoperability, a digital asset, a ledger, an exchange. Right? They're currently a blockchain infrastructure company. They got everything covered, guys. They have everything covered. Just recently was listening to Lynette Zhang from ITM Trading. It just stumbled upon it, came up in one of my recommended videos. And yeah, she's talking about the overnight global reset, exposing some myths about 401ks and IRAs. And I haven't heard it. It's in the title, though, whole life policy. So I'm very curious to see what that is all about, guys. If you're not subscribed to ITM Trading, I would highly suggest that you do. She's very insightful. And is she a coin? Is she a gold and silver person? Absolutely. But she's very smart, very high intellect, markets background, and yeah, she definitely does her thing. ITM Trading. You definitely want to check that out, and I encourage you to check out the video recently. Overnight reset, government cryptos, whole life policies. Government cryptos, whole life policies, is a Q&A. So again, I only listened to like the first 5 minutes of it, but it looks like it's going to be a really good listen to. So after the stream, I will check it out for sure and share with you guys later on today. What a great Wealth Wednesday yesterday, guys. I hope you guys, if you guys did not check out Generational Wealth Wednesday on the channel yesterday, I strongly encourage you to do so. Very enlightening. I tell you, yeah, I got some feedback that's probably one of the best streams that I've done to date. Was on Generational Wealth Wednesday yesterday, guys. So definitely go check out that video if you haven't checked it out. Every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we just bring awareness, and we speak the truth. We talk generational wealth. We talk wind moon and how we're going to prepare for it. We talk what's going on traditionally in terms of what's the traditional financial space look like in terms of where we're going to put our money. We read books together. So it's really a really good time to come out and hang out. And I always like to say, I'm not the expert in everything. We can learn together and prepare ourselves as best as we possibly can. It's a really cool hangout without question. So definitely check out the video. It was yesterday, Wealth Wednesdays. And yeah, really good read. Really good listen to, rather. I forgot to upload it to the podcast yesterday, but I'll make sure that I do that after I get off the stream here today. Guys, good to see you in the stream. TJ Jackson, what's going on, my friend? Cockney Bill. Hi, mate. How's it going? It's going outstanding, brother. Good to see you in the stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. Is this your first time checking in? Cockney Bill, good to see you. So that's Bill Cockney, I'm guessing. How are you, Bill? Good to see you. Lucky Lord is here. Hawkins Samurai is in the building as well. Good to see you, Hawkins Samurai. TJ Jackson, yeah. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for hanging out. TJ Jackson says, it was definitely a fire stream. Well, thank you, TJ Jackson. Really had a really good time. So you guys definitely want to check that out. RippleNet Cloud. I mean, listen, XRP Leonidas, looks like Leonidas did something on XRP.com. And I guess the creator of the RippleNet Cloud actually came out with something as well. We're going to go over that. And so, guys, what's the deal? What are you guys making of Joseph Oteen? I think his name is Joseph Oteen. He abruptly resigns from the regulator spot at the OCC. Is that old news? New news? What's up with that? Let me see something here real quick. Yeah, it's not. It's new news, the 28th. Is that the right one? That's not the one I want. Where is it? May 21st. May 21st. It's that new. I feel like I've heard his name before, but this is saying abruptly resigns. Yes, first time made on the stream. Oh, all right. Excellent, bro. I appreciate you being here, Cockney Bill. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Hold on one second. So is it a green stream? Is it a green stream today or what? I think I saw something pretty favorable with BTC today. Got up there almost to 9,500. Is that right? Let's see what's going on with the BTC. Go to my trustedbinance.com app. Wait a minute. You see what's going on there. Win Mullet is here. What's up, Win Mullet? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, so guys, ITM trading. Go check out that video. Lynette Zhang. And the title of the video, ITM trading is the channel's name. ITM, like in maker. Overnight reset, government, cryptos, whole life policies. Hopefully they're structurally proper. Hopefully they are structured properly, dividend paying whole life insurances. But yeah, interesting. It's a Q&A session. Let's see what's going on. BTC, it's almost 9,500 now, 94.57. XRP, 19 cents still. Ethereum is at $214. Yeah, comedian Chuck Reels. Good stuff. Good to see you on the stream this morning. Comedian Chuck Reels says, I've been listening to Lynette Zhang for about a year now. Yeah, absolutely. She brings it honest. And yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. I've been listening to her for a while. Comedian Chuck Reels is here. Yes, indeed. Jay Coin, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on the stream. So, guys, let's go over. I'm gonna go over Ripple, the guy who actually, kind of put together this RippleNet home. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna go over XRP Arcade's article, I think, as well. But yeah, so Joseph Oteen, just abrupt resignation from the OCC. Now, what do you think that's about? We're gonna cover that as well. All right, let's do this. Let's get in some of this news here. Let's see, what do I want? Let's see, go here, do this. So this is from Joseph Giersch, shamelessly plugging my own work here. RippleNet Cloud allows financial institutions to deliver a modern payment solutions to their customers, bring it live faster and with lower costs, and scale with ease to more corridors and more currencies. Anytime we think cloud, we think of the AWS, maybe even the Google Cloud, but Ripple to have their own, and guess what they'll do? They'll make it interoperable in some way, shape, or fashion. That's what they tend to do. So what's this right here? Vice President of Product, Amir Sharhangi, explains the benefits of RippleNet Cloud and why it's critical now, more than ever, that financial institutions realize the benefits of cloud-based solutions. Again, guys, and I haven't even added RippleNet Cloud. We say this on this channel all the time, right? We say ILP, the XRPL ledger, right? ILP, the XRPL ledger, Codius, ODL, XRP, And now we're going to add RippleNet Cloud. Just pick one. They're all game changers. Never mind Cody as being a monster. They're all game changers. Just pick one. Let's see what Ripple.com has to say about this RippleNet Cloud. Cloud services are going to be massive. Come on, my friend. What's going on here? If it'll load up. There it is. So this is, May 27th, this came out. Tapping the power of RippleNet Cloud. Again, guys, we all know, right? If you've been hanging on this channel, we all know every single thing that Ripple does is intentional. It's done with intent. I liken it to the blue ocean strategy, right? Tapping the power of RippleNet Cloud. The world is being pushed toward a new paradigm where simple everyday tasks and functions, often taken for granted, are becoming increasingly cumbersome. This is partly due to the ongoing beer code and its role in forcing essential operations into the realm of digital. But this is a paradigm we're already familiar with. It's been on the horizon for years, thanks to the continued technological advancement of our world. Rapid time to market and scaling to meet increased real-time consumer demand requires lean infrastructure operations and elastic cloud-based infrastructure. Elastic, I like that. Some financial institutions are no strangers to the benefits of cloud technology, and those who made the switch from on-premises infrastructure early on are posed to step into a post-beer code world stronger than ever. Yet, despite its obvious benefits, the top global banks continue to fall behind when it comes to cloud adoption and are now finding themselves further behind as more nimble technology players adapt to new digital environments. Why Cloud 9? Maintaining on-premises infrastructure is challenging, not to mention expensive when taking into account staffing, hardware, and maintenance. Leading banks and financial institutions to move more slowly than other industries when rolling out new features and upgrades. That's right. So leading banks and financial institutions move more slowly than other industries when rolling out new features and upgrades. With the expansion and maturation of cloud technology over the past decade, these firms are now faced with the option to either adopt more agile cloud technologies or be left behind by their competition. Again, guys, every single thing that Ripple does is with intention, clear intentionality, right? While some financial institutions are leveraging cloud solutions in some capacity, many firms remain hesitant when it comes to undertaking a full-scale digital transformation due to the customer-sensitive data they deal with on a daily basis. Cloud technology and security has significantly improved, and there's no longer a reason for customers' financial data to live on aging legacy systems that are inflexible and expensive to support. If there's one thing we can learn from the beer code, is that we need improved solutions. The global economic crisis proves that full-scale cloud solutions are up to the task. In fact, Microsoft recently reported significantly increased usage of cloud services in regions with enforced social distancing in place. Now, cloud-based technologies are considered essential to any business wishing to survive the pandemic and keep up with rapidly changing consumer demands. Consumers today are digital first. For example, Ordering an Uber and getting to the destination with a few taps on their phone. Intentionality, guys. Intentionality. And expect the banking services to be as well. Unfortunately, today's global payment infrastructure has more in common with the outdated postal system than with this generation's need for speed. Body blows. Body blows, guys. RippleNet's cloud solution provides banks and financial institutions with a new platform to meet these demands. Interesting read, guys. The future of banking is RippleNet Cloud. Wow. Listen to that. Is that not a bold statement? The future of banking is RippleNet Cloud. Pretty bold. With RippleNet Cloud, banks and financial institutions can maximize their business benefits with minimal effort and more flexibility. RippleNet Cloud allows customers to send and receive payments with one integration and a common Ripple payment object. It's called an RPO amongst all customers on RippleNet, meaning less friction and more standardization when customers are ready to scale. Just pick one, guys. Just pick a particular product that Ripple has to offer. And it spells massive. Pick a product that spells massive. ILP equals massive. XRP ledger equals massive. XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created, equals massive. ODL equals massive. Codius equals mega. Massive. Just pick one, right? Meaning less friction and more standardization when customers are ready to scale. Using cloud, customers can go live on RippleNet 5 weeks faster than on-prem customers and avoid hardware requisition or staffing to get started. You see the cost, fast cost savings, speeding up payments for the end consumer. It's again, massive. RippleNet Cloud also makes it easy for financial institutions to add alternative settlement through on-demand liquidity. I just listened to something on Twitter where Naveen Gupta went through all the great things that Ripple can do and then added, we hope, our thing is to get them to use XRP. So never ever think for a second that that's not the goal. That is, in fact, the goal. The usage, the utility, the use cases for XRP. Let me read that again. RippleNet Cloud also makes it easy for financial institutions to add alternative settlement through on-demand liquidity. Cloud customers can also maintain and make new connections more easily through one API for all their RippleNet connection. I envision a day where it's not going to be an option, right? You ever get involved in these different things? You sign up for these different things, and initially it's this price, or initially it's free. After some period of time of being a customer on a particular platform, now it's no longer such a case. And if you want to continue to use this massive service that you've been using for a year or 3 years, now it's going to cost this, or it's going to be done this way, or it's going to be that, right? So alternative now, will there be an alternative 3 years from now? Alternative now, will there be an alternative 2 years from now? In other words, will that be just part of being on a RippleNet Cloud? The settlement is through on-demand liquidity. If you understand what I'm saying, they'll take that out, if you will, right? Not now, maybe not even 3 to 5 years from now, but in one point in time, right? So cloud customers can also maintain and make new connections more easily through one API for all of the RippleNet connections. Again, guys, it's the RippleNet effect. The RippleNet and its network effect is massive, and it's going to continue to become exponentially more massive. Cloud solutions are also cheaper to deploy. So they're cheaper to deploy and manage than on-premises. So that's what that PRM was, PREM, on-premises solutions. So cloud solutions are also cheaper to deploy and manage than on-premises solutions. Okay, got it. Ripple's operation team handles infrastructure, maintenance, and upgrades, which save customers money that they can pass along to consumers in the form of lower costs and more competitive rates. Additionally, RippleNet Cloud saves financial institutions on hardware and staffing management expenses. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's going on? Is there any doubt that Ripple is going to replace Swift? Do people still wonder? So additionally, let me read that again. Which saves customers money and they can pass along to consumers in the form of lower costs and more competitive rates. Additionally, RippleNet Cloud saves financial institutions on hardware and staffing management expenses, an even more significant benefit during today's shelter-in-place requirements. Because RippleNet Cloud leverages Ripple's operations and technical services teams. We look at there 24/7 for 24/7 monitoring and support. Taken together, the benefits of speed and efficiency enable those leveraging cloud to compete more effectively. And our customers are taking notice, including some of the largest members of RippleNet who have chosen to migrate their existing on-premises deployment to cloud. The world as we know it is unrecognizable, but with this unexpected change comes the opportunity to adapt and create better, more seamless ways of doing things. Despite this beer cold, global payments should be instantaneous to ensure that day-to-day life continues undisrupted no matter what. The banks and financial institutions that provide these agile digital methods will be well positioned as innovators and leaders beyond this current crisis. It's massive stuff, guys. Again, massive stuff. Is there any doubt what Ripple is going to do? A dent in the universe. Where did that go? I listened to a video earlier today on Bitcoin Ben's channel. This came out maybe a year ago. They had two other guests on there, and how they were at this conference or meeting, and the presenters, two or three of the presenters point in fact said that in 3-5 years, who knows, Ripple is in fact going to take over Swift. And these are BTC guys, BTC and LTC guys, right? Absolutely massive, guys. What's going on, M. Grimes? Good to see you in the stream, my friend. Good to see you today, man. How is everything with you? M. Grimes says, boom, you're the man. I'm with you. Like C says, they don't want the regular guy to get rich, right? In the end, right? And so that's why we have the community. That's why we have content creators. That's why we have awesome family here, part of the community that adds and allows to lift our spirits, more importantly, to help level up our IQ about what we hold, right? Because nothing is more important than that you know what you hold. There's nothing's more important than that. Guys, do me a favor and smash the likes on the way in if you didn't get a chance to do that. I definitely appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube without question. In the end, right? It's so very, very important. And if you guys haven't done it already, please follow me on Twitter at crypto_siege. And you can follow me on Facebook at the Crypto Siege, guys. See a yacht party in the future. I'm liking that. I love that. Yeah, I gotta tell you, very, 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 that RippleNet Cloud thing, again, just pick one, guys. I mean, come on. Just pick one. Ripple has all the bases covered. And it's not just about cross-border payments. I hope you guys get it. Hope you guys get that. It's just not about cross-border payments. Ripple's gonna just take over. Lucky Lloyd, that's funny. That's a great point. That's a great point. Lucky Lloyd said, it's ironic that the slowest payment system in the world is called Swift. Isn't that something? Swift no more. Swift no longer. Right. Great point, D. Kirchner. They may never let anyone really know about XRP. How many people utilize the technology now without realizing it? Yeah. And that has always kind of been, it started out that way with Ripple, kind of like, in the background, it'd be in the background type deal, ILP will certainly be. And again, for the masses. And the only reason why we know, because this community is right, crazy, on point, pulling out all kinds of stuff from everywhere. Right? This community is the most up-to-date, informative, right? Out of all the communities. That's why we know. But the masses, they're not going to know they're using the protocol is going to be interledger protocol. And for the internet of value, they're not going to know. They're not going to know who created it. They're not going to know that it was gifted to the W3C. They're not going to know. They are not going to know. Frank McGillicuddy, good to see you in the stream, my friend. All the money is right. All the money is right. So when I read this about the RippleNet Cloud, it's like, again, that blog, intentional, calling out the banks because of their inability to move quickly. Someone asked me if I saw something about a regulator. Who was that? YouTube biggest douches here. How are you doing, my friend? Who asked me about the regulator thing? Oh, indeed, Eric. That sounds great, man. A freaking XRP family barbecue. I love that idea. Absolutely. Right, Frank. That's exactly right. That's in the end, that's the bottom line. Because Frank, it's a great point. Yeah, once they get you functioning comfortable on their platform, then the charges come. Right. And the charges I don't know if there's upfront costs or not. I believe that they will be, but that there are. But here's the thing. You get comfortable to the service, you get to experiencing these massive cost savings. You're not gonna, you're not going to care that the only settlement option is going to be ODL. Why would you care? Right? We've been providing this awesome service for you for a year, for 3 years, for 5 years, for 7 years. They're not going to care that the only settlement option available is going to be XRP. They're not going to care. Regulatory clarity obviously will have to be met. Ripple's not going to make that move unless it's met. But in the end, make it where it's no other alternative but ODL. Then but regulatory clarity is coming. It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner. We're going to cover what's up with that abrupt resignation from Joseph Oting. We got to get that. We got to figure out what's up with that. Steve Hughes, good to see you on the stream, my friend. That's right, regulatory clarity. So I'm going to cover this article. I don't know what the deal is. I hope this is not a republication. But this Joseph Oting guy abruptly resigns. I feel like it's old though. I can't remember, but it feels like it's old. Yeah, electric girl on the moon. Absolutely. Yacht parties in the future. That works for me, especially Miss Crypto Siege. She loves being out on the water. All right, so I can't find who said something about the regulator, but let's go over that article. Let's go over that article. V chain, less than a penny. Let's see. Oh crap. Well, Bezos would be glad. It might be a nickname for Bezos instead of Corn. Oh, okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Let's go over this article real quick. M. Grimes, I like it. Yeah, I mean, this, you know, the British pound getting added as a corridor. You know, Bitstamp opening up that thing. You just got the Euro USD corridor opening up, another corridor with the British pound. And also, anyone see the tweet about? Is that an old tweet where Brad Garlinghouse is saying that he is he's honored and humbled to be part of the International something Association, Blockchain Association? That feels like another old thing as well. Mr. Wendell is here. What's going on, Mr. Wendell? Good to see you. Absolutely, Lucky Lloyd. Ripple will eventually pass Amazon in value. There's just no question about it. Ripple is the leading fintech company in this new space of blockchain and DLT, in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Yeah, right. Ripple is going about things in the military and military style. Yeah, they are military plan, right? It's very, 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 very. If Ripple passes Amazon, I'm changing my middle name to Bezos, says Jcorn. Right? I hear you, man. Be prepared, my friend. Be prepared. Oh, M. Grimes said that. Ripple are going about adoption like a military style plan. Absolutely. TJ Jackson, there you are, bro. Dropping the knowledge again, as always, my friend. I can definitely see Ripple Cloud services integrating with Google somehow. Zero doubt in that. Zero doubt in that. Zero doubt in that. Let's go over this. Let me find this article. I got to figure out what's the deal with this abrupt resignation. And again, it feel like this Joseph Oting had done this before, but I don't know. Is this a republication of the same thing? Let's go through it and see. In other words, did they just kind of redrop this again? But it just, I don't know. It feels like TJ Jackson, we've gone over this before. I mean, it's dated the 21st. I don't know. It just feels like it. Top bank regulator announces abrupt resignation. This is from thehill.com. House passes bill to grant flexibility for small business aid program. Okay, so comptroller of the currency, Joseph Oting, announces resignation Thursday. So yeah. Okay, so is this, what is, I don't know. Let me just read it. Comptroller of the currency, Joseph Oting, announces resignation Thursday, vacating his perch as a powerful bank regulator as the beer code-driven economic collapse threatens the financial system. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency said in a statement that Oting would leave the agency on May 29th, just more than halfway through his 5-year term at the independent bank regulator. This feels like this is old, but I don't know. OCC Chief Operating Officer and First Deputy Comptroller Brian Brooks will serve as acting comptroller until a full-time replacement for Oting is confirmed by the Senate. Okay, so Oting, Joseph Oting, or Joseph Otting, was above Brian Brooks, apparently. The OCC Chief Operating Officer and First Deputy Comptroller Brian Brooks will serve as acting comptroller. Okay, until a full-time replacement for Otting or Oting is confirmed by the Senate. Brooks joined the OCC in 2018 after serving as Chief Legal Officer at Coinbase, a crypto exchange, and the Federal National Mortgage Association, commonly known as Fannie Mae. Okay, I didn't know he was at Fannie Mae. It has been my distinct honor to serve the United States and this administration as the 31st comptroller of the currency, Otting said in a statement. I am extremely proud of what the women and men of the agency have accomplished to promote economic opportunity, eliminate unnecessary regulatory burden, and operate the agency in a more effective and efficient manner. Otting's announcement comes 2 days after several media outlets reported his plans to resign, and 1 day after breaking from 2 other bank regulators to release new rules for how banks should comply with the Community Reinvestment Act, a 1977 anti-redlining law. Neither the comptroller nor the OCC have explained why Otting is stepping down, particularly as banks brace for widespread business closure and bankruptcies, foreclosures, and loan losses that could threaten their ability to lend and roil the financial system. Yeah. Federal bank regulators and industry advocates say that while the U.S. banks are well capitalized and should be able to weather the downturn, weak points elsewhere in the financial system could cause broader issues. The FDIC said the stress of the Beer Code on community banks was the reason it expanded the OCC's final CRA rules to its banks it oversees. Otting expressed confidence in the agency's ability to handle those threats as they emerge, adding that the agency and the nation are fortunate that the OCC has a deep bench. Brian and the executive committee are extremely well suited to continue the agency's important work and succeed in this mission of ensuring banks operate in a safe, sound, and fair manner, he continued. Otting has served as comptroller of the currency since November 2017. He was among the first federal bank regulators appointed by President Trump with an eye toward loosening regulations, including rules mandated by the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Law. Otting, a former bank exec, was the first former banker to lead the OCC in more than 30 years. His decades of industry experience endeared him to bank advocates and their allies in Congress, who praised him for his efforts to streamline regulations. All right, so his previous experience, cool. That's all great. His support, that's all cool. So they're talking about that relationship. Otting's critics zeroed in on his tenure at One West Bank, where he served as chief executive and president, while eventual Treasury Secretary Mnuchin chaired the bank. Brooks, Otting's successor, was vice chairman, so there was that relationship, right? Brooks had a relationship, right? A partner, if you will, with Mnuchin, because Brooks was the vice chair. Okay, good. That's good to know. 2009, when Mnuchin, Otting, and a group of investors purchased the toxic assets failed by Indy Mac. Yep, Department of Housing. Okay, yeah. House Financial Services Committee Chairwoman Maxine Waters blasted Oting in a Wednesday statement after the OCC released the new CRA rules following reports about his departure. This confirms my long-held suspicions that his singular focus on CRA was simply a vendetta against a program and an agency that held him accountable for his poor management of One West program, Water said. Huh. Okay. So there's apparently some beef. There's apparently some disagreements going on there. But in any case, an abrupt resignation is interesting. I'm just looking to see what's going to happen with Brian Brooks, because we all know that this guy is a big time fan of the digital asset space. So if he happens to be the main guy, that can only be great for us, even though they're saying that he's temporarily filling the spot now. Interesting time. It's interesting times without question to see, what is that going to look like for us in the digital asset space, right? Because that's the thing we're most excited about. That's the thing that we are most excited about. Simcast. Okay. Yeah, so Digital Assets Daily was the guy who put that out on Twitter. Shout out to Digital Assets Daily for bringing this article from The Hill to our attention. Let me share something that I discovered. Oh, wait a minute. This morning or this afternoon from Crypto Eddie. Let me share that with you guys. Because I think it's important considering the executive order. We cannot sleep, guys, in this executive order. It's important. It really, really is important. This new executive order, right? Executive order on regulatory relief to support economic recovery. It's hugely important. All right, so let's go over this. I hit the share button. This is from one of the Ripple employees being quoted in this article. It says, U.S. firm, regulators and industry players are key to the fintech growth. This dated May 19th. This is from Tyrone Jasper at businessmirror.com. Shout out to Tyrone. To keep financial technology sector's trajectory in the Philippines, United States-based technology firm Ripple Labs, Inc., said that government should establish enabling environments through clear regulations, while industry players were advised to always adapt to customer needs. Again, Ripple calling for regulation, right? Calling out the regulators. Ripple Southeast Asia head Kelvin Lee. And what I mean by calling him out, bringing attention to what is the obvious delay for the good old US of A to be the top country in terms of fintech, in terms of blockchain and DLT adoption and the entire digital asset space. He's not calling him out to make him look bad. He's pointing out to the fact that that's where the rubber meets the road with regulation. So Ripple Southeast Asia's head, Kelvin Lee, said in an email to the Business Mirror that regulators play a crucial role in the growth of the fintech industry, adding that the local government and Banco Central in the Philippines, BSP, were on the right track in protecting the interest of both customers and the sectors. However, Lee said that they should continue to establish clearer regulations that can help payments become more seamless and efficient in order to encourage consumers' adoption of e-payment and cashless services. This can, in turn, contribute to Philippine economic growth, he added, right? So shout out to Crypto Eddie as well. Guys, check her out on Twitter at Crypto Eddie, ERI, and on YouTube. She does an absolutely outstanding job. One of the great ladies in crypto, without question. So the central bank in 2018 released the National Retail Payment system regulatory framework to set guidelines for retail payments activities with the goal, love you too, with the goal of increasing electronic transactions to 20% and promoting financial inclusion. The Ripple regional head added that the government and BSP should be able to strike a balance, in placing regulations. Over regulations may be disruptive to innovation and user adoption. So over regulation may be disruptive to innovation and user adoption. Under regulation may increase risk of financial crime or compliance issues, he said. Lee said that Ripple is always in coordination with regulators, always in communication with regulators to address regulatory concerns, conduct sandbox testing, or the evaluation of a software in an isolated setting, and even assist in implementing national on-demand liquidity framework. That's a powerful last statement, or last part of a statement there. Ripple is always in coordination with regulators to address regulatory concerns, conduct sandbox testing, or the evaluation of a software in an isolated setting, and even assist in implementing national on-demand liquidity framework. Now, how is Ripple able to do this and talk about this if that is not a consideration? How can they assist in a thing if it's not a consideration, if it's not something that's being looked into? National on-demand liquidity framework. Sounds like to me it's something that they've been thinking about, talking about. Now it's just a matter of putting it together, the framework for it. Framework to me is kind of like the next step to the last step to implementation of a thing, is it not? You know, we've talked about it. We put some guidelines and ideas and stuff together. We've tested it, if you will. Now let's have a framework by which we operate to implement a thing. That's what it sounds like to me. Wow, that's pretty massive of a statement right there, if I must say so myself. On the part of fintech players, Lee said that they should be able to have a grasp of the products and services that customers are seeking in order to address pain points. In the Philippines, where many are dependent on remittances, customers need secure, low-cost, streamlined experience for real-time global payments, he said. Ripple is optimistic that more fintech players will be entering the scene, given the country is pushing for financial inclusion. Shout out to the Philippines. Lee said that even banks and financial institutions were making their way toward fintech solutions to streamline the banking processes, right? So again, we're not going to have other nations, Saudi and Thailand and Singapore, Japan, making moves and getting better, improving their banking systems through the use and with the help of Ripple, and the good old US of A get left behind. Yeah, they may be behind, but they will not get left behind. And if they adopt, in my humble opinion, when they adopt this Ripple technology, embrace it wholeheartedly, take advantage of all that it has to offer with the ILP and XRP Ledger and Codius, okay, and the XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created, and the RippleNet Cloud, all of these things. When they do that, when the good old USFA does that, they won't be just in the space. They will unquestionably be leading the space. So let me read one more part of this. The Philippines is ready to embrace the digital platforms for banking services, Lee said, noting that the lockdown has hastened the shift to online payments and transactions. Citing a study, he said that the volume of electronic payment transactions in the Philippines rose from 1% in 2013 to 10% in 2018. In addition, the Ripple official said the increase in online money transfers coursed through the InstaPay is a signal that digital payments are being adopted amid the new normal. Philippines payment, I don't want to read that. Let's see that. What else is there I want to read? That's about it. We anticipate that e-wallet services will become a basic offering to customers from financial payments operators in the Philippines, Lee added. Yeah, this is a powerful statement. So that's, I'm going to read it for you one more time, then I'm going to get back in the chat. Kelvin Lee said from Ripple that Ripple is always in coordination with regulators, always on the phone in coordination with regulators to address regulatory concerns. They got a place in DC. They just spent $80,000 this quarter in lobbying and addressing issues, explaining, educating. Right? So always in coordination with regulators to conduct sandbox testing, always in coordination with regulators for the evaluation of software in an isolated setting, always in coordination with regulators to even assist in implementing national on-demand liquidity framework. Yeah, we'll help you out with that. We'll help you out with that, as Ripple says. Look, guys, we say this on the channel all the time. The global economic crisis has zero patience and waits on no one. Did TJ leave? See you, TJ. Be safe out there, brother. The global economic crisis has zero patience and waits on no one. I mean, that is a very, very powerful statement right there. Assisting in the implementation of the national on-demand liquidity framework. It's pretty powerful statement, don't you think? Right? Don't you think? It must be completely tore down, lay a new foundation, then build it up to last forever. Only have one shot at this. Only have one shot at this. That's exactly right. Great point, Eric Williams. That's a great point. But that is the move. Make no mistake about Ripple's plan. When they say all the money, it's a reason that they say that. When they say they're going to become like the Amazon, like they're going to become like the Amazon in the digital asset space, this is what they mean. This is their intentions. This is what they're looking to do. And more and every day, look, it's a suite of products that Ripple has. It's a suite, right? The ILP, the XRP Ledger, XRP, CODES, RippleNet Cloud. It's a suite of products that just will dominate. Then you throw Spring in, and what Spring is doing, right? Then they just recently invested in a major platform as well. I think it's the key thing, right? The key, I don't know if it's Keyless. I think it's the Keyless platform, right? Spring investment and partnership for this, a way to not have to know your keys for all your wallets. Ripple is just dominating the space. We can't get distracted by the price, right? Because the value is in the protocol, right? The value is in the protocol. And focusing on the asset and its price is distracting. It's uninformative and distracting. Capello MG is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Absolutely. So that, my friends, is the truth, and it is indisputable. Ripple is looking to do and take it all. Cross-border payments is just a gateway to everything, right? You know, hey, how do we make all these networks and all this other stuff and ILP? Hey, how do we keep record of these transactions and have something that's fail safe or foolproof? XRPL ledger. How do we put all these smart contracts that can take the place of all these other different spaces? And so we can see the contracts and know what they are, and they're immutable and irreversible. Codius. They have everything taken. They check all the boxes. And again, I humbly submit this to you. There is no way, in my humble opinion, that President Donald Trump is going to let all these other countries and their banks and their governments scream from the rooftop about Ripple and how they're using it and how they're using a suite of products. And the good old US of A is going to let that slip through their hands. A US of A company? You think that they're going to let Japan sing the praises of Ripple before they do, or louder than the good old US of A? I don't think so. I don't think so. Good to see you, Coffee Time with Cindy. Good to see you in the stream, miss. This is a great point. The number of connections that Ripple have is just insane. Compare them to Amazon. They will be so huge that we cannot even begin to understand it. I have never seen connections like this ever. It's truth. It is the truth. And a lot of times that's the reason why it makes it so unbelievable. But it is the truth. And I'm going to end the stream with that note from Cindy, because that is absolutely on point, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been a great stream this afternoon. Frank, I appreciate you being here. Cindy, as always, when Mullet, thank you so much for hanging, bro. Good to see you. Capello MG, appreciate you being here. Eric Williams, it's great to see you in the stream. Razor XRP was here. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Appreciate you hanging out today. TJ Jackson, Orlando Ortiz, I missed you checking in, bro, but I appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you being here big time. Danny Kephart, as always, my friends. Good to see you and hear from you today as well. Oh, I missed a super chat. Or did that just come? Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that big time. It's always great to see you in the stream, my friend. Always great to see you. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to end the stream like I do all my streams and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.